Good morning, students. Class 6. Today, I am going to discuss about the features of the Golden Age. The topics are included administration, economy, religious life, scientific progress, and remaining part architecture, art, and literature. We will continue in my next class. आज हम लोग गुप्त पीरियड का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट एक टॉपिक पढ़ेंगे जो कहा जाता है क्लासिकल एज। प्राचीन भारत का इतिहास में गुप्ता डायनेस्टी was a remarkable period at that time. Literature, art, architecture, science, economy, in all aspects, Gupta dynasty flourished. A significant role, played and art and architecture, science, religious life, economy flourished in this period. उसीलिए हर एक हिस्टोरियंस इसको क्लासिकल एज कहा है। इंडियन कल्चर के लिए गुप्ता पीरियड का जो संस्कृति था वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। इकोनॉमिक प्रॉस्पेरिटी, कल्चरल एक्सपेंशन, enormous advancement were made in the field of literature, education, art and architecture, mathematics, science, astronomy, medicine, ये सब में गुप्ता पीरियड, गुप्त समय जो काम किए थे इतिहास में, नॉट ओनली इतिहास माने हिस्ट्री बट ऑल्सो इन इंडियन कल्चर में उसका जो छाया वो बहुत गुना बढ़ गया है। द गुप्ता रूलर्स वर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में गुप्ता रूलर्स आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ समुद्रगुप्ता और चंद्रगुप्ता टू और स्कंदगुप्ता, आफ्टर दैट there were no powerful king to establish or to form, capture the position in their hands. There were no capable ruler at that time. That's why इसके कारण स्कंदगुप्ता के जाने के बाद कुमारगुप्ता, बुधगुप्ता जो था, सबसे पहले था कुमारगुप्ता, उसके बाद स्कंदगुप्ता, उसके बाद बुधगुप्ता। हाँ, तो जाने के बाद आफ्टर द स्कंदगुप्ता कोई भी राजा नहीं था जो गुप्ता पीरियड को, गुप्ता समय को, गुप्ता का सिंहासन को पकड़ कर सके, रख सके। एट दैट टाइम चंद्रगुप्ता टू विक्रमादित्य के समय से ही Gupta played an important role in the field of administrative power. A team of officials known as Kumaramatyas assisted in the king in administrating the provinces of the Gupta Empire. The whole Gupta Empire was divided into a large territorial units called Bhuktis, and each Bhuktis were placed under the charge of the Uparika, जो भुक्तिस को देखभाल करता था. The Bhuktis were further subdivided into districts. They were called the Vaishyas, and which were placed under the charge of the Vaishyapati. The Vaishyas were further divided into Vitis, and which again were subdivided into villages. The villages were looked after under by the Gram Sabha and Samiti. The head of the village was called the Gramapati or Gramadhaksha. All important decisions affecting each town or village were taken at the local level by allowing the officials to take their own decisions, which was just the opposite of the centralized modern administration. All important decisions made by king and which was followed by his officials. कोई भी डिसीशंस लेने के समय वो लोग को राजा के परमिशन का ज़रूरत होता था. Fahian, who was a Chinese traveler, came in this period in India and wrote his book Siuki. उसके बुक में लिखा था administration under the rule of the Chandragupta or Vikramaditya. The people were honest, prosperous and secure. उस समय secure था, सुरक्षित था. They could move freely and without fear. इधर उधर freely भयहीन होके जा सकता था. Crime was unheard of it. Crime नहीं होता था. There was no capital punishment and no spy system like modern administrative structure. Next topic is economy. Agriculture is main source of income of the Gupta period, Gupta dynasty, and trade and commercial activities were also encouraged. Various merchants, traders came in this period and connected and made a relationship with other countries. The main exported item, silk, muslin, calico, linen, wool and cotton were exported items, and ivory work, stone cutting, carving stones as well as metal work, precious metals like gold, silver, copper, iron, bronze flourished during Gupta period, and they were also exported in the various parts of the world. Goods are also transported via sea routes with the help of the ships. There were trade links with the Western Asia, several Mediterranean countries, Southeast Asia and Africa. Tamralipta, and it is now called Medinipur. The Tamralipta was an important port in the Ganga Delta which connected the Gupta Empire to the country of Southeast Asia. ताम्रलिप्ता के साथ एकदम साउथ ईस्ट एशिया के साथ एकदम कनेक्शन था. डायरेक्ट नदी पथ में वो आना जाना और ट्रेड रिलेशंस होता था. ब्रोच, सोपारा, कैम्बे वर पोर्ट्स ऑफ द वेस्ट कोस्ट. The Gupta rulers issued the large number of gold and silver coins both. The taxes levied in the Gupta period were as follows. Bhaga, they were the taxes. Bhaga, the king's share in all produce of the cultivators, which was 1/6 of the total produce. Suppose the total production is 100%. Okay, and in this production, the king's share is 1/6 of the total produce. Okay, अच्छा, सुलका custom or toll tax, शुल्का means tax. अच्छा, क्लिप्ता related to the sale purchases of lands, जमीन खरीदने को ये कहा जाता था, and हिरानाया the tax paid in gold. Okay, next, religious life. Gupta rulers became the followers of Buddhism and Jainism both were widely practiced during this time. Ashwamedha were various type of yajnas, Ashwamedha, uh, Yajukutuas, ये सब कुछ रिलीजियस में यूज होता था और राजा अश्वमेधा करते थे अपना पावर को दिखाने के लिए. समुद्रगुप्ता, one and only Samrat who performed Ashwamedha in all over Indian subcontinent among the all kings. Since the Brahmins performed these religious sacrifices, they held a very important role in in Indian society. Two important sects appeared among those who followed the Brahmanical religion. Vaishnavism worships the Lord Vishnu, and Shivism worshippers of Lord Shiva. Vaishnavism was mostly prevalent in the northern India, while शिविज्म वॉज मोर कॉमन इन साउथ इंडिया. साउथ इंडिया में, दक्षिण भारत में महादेव का पूजा होता था. उसीलिए रावण, श्रीलंका का जो राजा दशानन था शिव का पुजारी, एंड दे वर ओरिजिनल इनहेबिटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया. Okay. The concept or idea of the female divine force took its shape under the Guptas, and many goddesses were worshipped like Lakshmi, Parvati, Durga, Kali, and others started. This period also witnessed the rise of the Bhakti movement in the part of our Bengal. It is the 6th century BCE. At that time, in the Mughal period, in the Mughal dynasty, Hussain Shahi dynasty ruling in this period in at Delhi. This movement became popular with the masses because it was inexpensive and simple, and ये बहुत सबके पास सबके पास ये भक्ति मूवमेंट पहुंच गया था. इसके एक ही कारण है, इसमें कोई रिचुअल्स नहीं है. जब भक्ति पढ़ाएंगे, भक्ति तब बोलेंगे. नेक्स्ट इज साइंटिफिक प्रोग्रेस. साइंटिफिक प्रोग्रेस हम लोग का इंडिया में गुप्ता पीरियड के समय हुआ था. हम लोग जो मैथ करते हैं 0 to 10 इन्वेंटेड बाय आर्यभट्टा, तो ये इस समय से ही हम लोग का साइंटिफिक प्रोग्रेस भी बहुत फ्लरिश्ड हुआ था. देयर वर ट्रिमेंडस डेवलपमेंट इन साइंस, मेडिसिन, मैथमेटिक्स, एस्ट्रोनॉमी एंड metallurgy during this period. Dhanvantari was the greatest and the most famous physicians at this time. Vasistra, a book which discusses various animal diseases and their treatment, display and medical advancement made in this period in the field of mathematics. The most important discovery was the decimal system, which was based upon the principle of the place value of the first 9 numbers and uses of 0. Aryabhattam by Aryabhatta, written in 499 CE, the most famous work in mathematics, in the field of mathematics, and other work deals with arithmetic, geometry and algebra. Varahamihir's Brihat Samhita is a first collection of ancient Indian learning on the sciences. Brahmira was a scientist who had tremendous knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, astrology, metallurgy, and chemistry. The famous iron pillar near the Qutub Minar in Delhi is a proof of how advanced the Guptas were in their knowledge of metallurgy. The pillar has not yet rusted or corroded despite it being exposed to rain and sun for over 1500 years. 1500 साल से ये जो आयरन पिलर खड़ा है दिल्ली में, बरामीर का इतना नॉलेज ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग में था, तो वही बनाए थे। आज तक उसमें कोई भी राष्ट्र नहीं गिरा। तो इसीलिए बरामीर का जो नॉलेज था, एज वेल एज एस्ट्रोनॉमी में भी बहुत नॉलेज था, वो नॉलेज भी सबको मिला के ये आयरन पिलर वो बनाए थे। नेक्स्ट डे वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम आर्किटेक्चर, आर्ट एंड लिटरेचर। ओके, थैंक यू।